I think I just made the humble baked potato into one of the cheesiest and creamiest high-protein meals, thanks to Good Culture Cottage Cheese, the sponsor of this video. Here's how I did it. First, I preheat the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit or 218°C and grab 5 medium to small russet potatoes, each weighing about 200 grams or 7 ounces. After washing them, I just stab them a few times with a fork, dry them off, and prepare them for baking. A half a tablespoon of olive oil, or whatever you prefer, spread across each potato to get a thin, even coating. Literally coat in salt, of course, and spread out before baking them for 50 minutes. While the carby vessels are doing their thing, I start working on the extras that make this potato loaded. 1 bell pepper, sliced thin, diced small, and saved for later. Cheese, because duh. This is 226 grams or 8 ounces of full fat sharp cheddar, finely shredded, but use whatever kind you'd like. And this is a skillet for cooking the high protein filling, to which I'm adding 1 pound or 454 grams of 93.7 lean ground beef. Ground turkey or chicken would also work great with this. 1 teaspoon or 6 grams of salt, and flip once it browns on the underside. I prefer to break the meat up pretty finely for this, then add in the peppers and or other produce to soften it as the meat finishes cooking. This is also a good time to add in the spices so the remaining moisture in the pan can help distribute them. As always, the entire recipe as you see it is in the description, along with macros. Oh, and also, I can't forget to boost the micronutrients with one of my liver pucks. It just blends right in. Just as the skillet starts to dry out, it's time to turn the heat down low and add the star of this loaded baked potato. Good Culture Cottage Cheese has 14 grams of protein per serving and is free of any gums, thickeners, or artificial ingredients. Plus, it's the thickest and creamiest cottage cheese I've ever had, making it the perfect addition to this meat sauce. 1 whole 453 gram or 16 ounce tub straight in. Look, you gotta just stir and trust the process. Like I showed in my breakfast burrito video, it shouldn't take long for all the curds to melt down into a cheesy sauce. Speaking of cheese, this is when I like to melt in about 1/3 of the cheddar. As is, this would make for a fine meat sauce, but I want to thicken it. To do that, I turn the heat up to medium, occasionally stirring as the sauce cooks down. The water in the sauce will separate out like this, but that's expected. Once I see that the meat looks glossy and the simmer sounds sort of tacky, I know it's ready to be pulled. It might look like a mess right now, but all it needs is to be stirred around as it cools. In the meantime, the potatoes are done, so right away I cut one open, fluff with a fork, add 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of butter, and fluff some more. Salt to taste, of course. After about 10 to 15 minutes of cooling, the meat sauce is looking thick and creamy. All that's left is to assemble sauce, cheese, optional green onions, and taste test. An unbelievably creamy texture.
So creamy.
So cheesy and savory. And for something this simple and comforting being as high in protein as it is, unbeatable.